Hey guys, Levi Gates for the Rag Company, and I am at the RUPES USA Bigfoot Detailing Academy with Jason Rose here in Denver, Colorado.
Hey guys.
And we are here to check out the new line of Bigfoot tools. We've got the Mille and the rotary.
And the triple action.
And then the new triple action pneumatics.
Yeah, we got lots of new stuff.
I am very excited because I haven't gotten a lot of seat time with these to play with. So this is going to be really fun. But tell me about them. Tell me about the Mille.
Well, this is a class of tools called a gear-driven force rotations, another way that people refer to this kind of. It's an orbital, and it's a dual action orbital, has those two movements, an orbit and a rotation. So both, you pull the trigger, those two movements make it to the paint. But Levi, the difference between that kind of tool and the standard Bigfoot, which is a random orbital. So if you rotate the backing plate and the only thing that spins is the backing plate, you don't hear gears or the motor turning. Right. This is a random orbital movement. So there is a gear-driven orbit. You can hear that. Yep. So that is that kind of a class of polisher. So
and that's the one everybody's familiar with.
Yeah, most people nowadays are familiar with random orbital polishers. The gear-driven, not so many people are aware. It's born out of a sanding tool technology, but this has been totally repurposed and from the ground up, from a white sheet of paper,
re-engineered
for polishing. Yeah. So it's called the Mille, and it's a gear-driven. There's other tools like this on the market, although RUPES kind of launched this out in mid-1990s, I believe, was the first time we put out a tool like this. But this is now latest and greatest technology. So has a speed dial to dial in the high end, the maximum speed that the user wants. We recommend around 3 or 4 to start with, and then you can go faster, slower based on your needs.
Right.
And then we have technology built into the trigger that's pretty interesting technology, and that is called a progressive trigger. So what it means is whatever you dial in as the high-end speed on the dial, you can get up to that speed at the full range of the trigger pull.
Okay.
Yeah. So it allows you a lot of control.
Slow it down and speed it up just based on your trigger.
Exactly. So you right at your finger, you have complete control over the speed. So we did a couple things different than our competitors did in this category, but we went for smoothness. We wanted a good overall user experience. Of course, we want to remove defects, but our engineering was slightly different. So one of the major differences is the rotation direction. Yeah. So we actually went with a clockwise rotation, which is consistent with a lot of other types of tools on the market, like rotaries and other orbitals. So we went with that direction. The other thing we did is a smaller diameter orbit.
Okay.
So this is around a 5.2 millimeter orbit, but we went for more orbits per rotation. So we went with 14 complete orbits for every rotation. And I mean, there's a lot of science in there, but basically what it means is more pad velocity.
Okay, so it spins faster, basically.
Yeah. Well, orbits spins faster.
Yep.
So here we go. I'll put this in your hands since you don't have a lot of time with it, and I've had plenty. So we've also done a unique thing, and it's not just a tool that we built. We've scienced out the synergy between all the components. So the result on the paint is not just because of a tool.
Right.
You've got a pad making contact, you've got a product, a liquid product. So we have engineered and formulated specific compounds and made design and pads for this tool.
Yeah, because this is a totally different shape than the traditional RUPES pads that you buy for the 21 or the 15 or those.
A lower profile.
So, very low profile.
The reason for that low profile design is that more of the energy of the tool gets transferred to the paint, and it also allows for more smoothness, more slip. Okay. Because the one thing about this movement, because it's completely gear driven, if there's any dry part of the pad, once it hits the paint, it will try and suck down and grab that paint on that dry part.
That makes sense.
And this pad design, along with the formulation of the liquid, helps to minimize that so that it helps
provides the proper lubrication on the surface.
Exactly.
Wow. And do we need to prime these pads at all?
Yeah, all pads need some priming. What we want to make sure on this one, because any dry part is going to work against you in terms of smoothness, so we just want to make sure we prime the entire pad. So one way to do this is to do a big X, kind of like that. And that way you put it onto the paint there.
Okay.
And put it on a slow speed, and then just leave it in one place for about 20 seconds.
Okay.
There you go. And then we'll see if we're fully primed out. Did it feel smooth?
Yeah, it still felt really good when it was on the surface.
So based on this footprint, we weren't actually on a flat part.
Yeah.
So if you can go up here, try that again. I just want to make sure the whole... That's good. Now you see this footprint here is the exact diameter of there. So that tells you that you're fully primed.
Yeah, you've got a full coverage of it across the whole thing there.
Once you're primed, you can add a couple of drops and then go ahead to do your full application. You can actually increase speed if you want.
Yeah, this is really...
Feels smooth, right?
Yeah, it's not fighting you.
Yeah. You can even do this edge work very, very easily with a lot of control. Nice. So very good. So how did that feel for you?
This, I've used some forced rotation machines, and I've always felt like it fights me.
Yeah, like you're fighting the pad.
Like I'm trying to just go again. I'm just trying to hold on to the machine. This, I mean, this is as smooth as my Bigfoot's. Like as my 21 and
we
my
do hear that
18.
comment a lot, that it feels just
I feel like I can run
smooth.
it with just a couple fingers on it.
So that was the importance behind the engineering and the way this was designed, was we wanted that smoothness, because other tools that are forced rotation, like a standard rotary, let's say, or other forced rotation gear-driven tools, the common characteristic is once you put that pad to paint, it tries to pull you in one direction.
Right.
And we wanted to actually smooth out that user experience, and I think you'll agree we've accomplished that.
Well, and for most of us that have been doing this a really long time, we have a muscle memory already, and so when we have to fight against that muscle memory, it can really put a bad taste in your mouth on a machine when it's doing the opposite of, and it wears you out quicker and it tires you out quicker.
And that's, as you know, for professionals or even car enthusiasts that are doing their own car, the last thing we want, I mean, we want to enjoy the experience. We don't want to feel like at the end of the car like we've just done a workout at the gym, you know.
Yep. Exactly.
And we've also engineered a really fast wipe off. I'll let you experience that. So we tried to put in a product
holy
so
cow.
it wipes off really fast and easy. And this particular combination is our polish.
Yeah.
The yellow combination. This is our fine Mille polish. There is another combination for this system that is a coarse, we call it, but it's more aggressive compound for removing sanding marks, removing defects.
Wow. Yeah, I'm amazed at how quick and easy that comes off too. It really is excellent for that. So.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jason, for showing me the Mille. And are there other pads other than the yellow and the blue?
Well, we've scienced out the system completely, so there's two different foam pads, a cutting and a polishing. But in addition to those, our new RUPES wool pads that are made for dual action polishers, both the random orbital and the gear driven.
Oh, okay.
They work fantastic on this tool. It gives you a little boost and cut. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to be here all week playing with all the different tools, and stay tuned for the next video right here on the Rag Company YouTube channel. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.